The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
All right, everybody, welcome to another Friday night edition of Bucklebomb Live. With me from AEW's Are You Elite, the all-bearded genius, apparently, Gary Joe. How you doing?
that was pretty good. Doing pretty well, besides the snow being in the area. But glad to be back. Was unfortunately supposed to be here a couple nights ago, but glad we got this thing working. So thanks for having me again, sir.
We got you another episode of Ring Around the Jabroni coming up. Don't forget to check out our new show, Mondays, 7 p.m. But let's hop right into some wrestling news. Let's start out with the injury report. 2 injuries from AEW this week. One ending in good news, one we're still waiting to hear back. The big one everyone's talking about, the Daredevil Rey Fenix. Just scary spot on Dynamite this week, and Luchasaurus going for that choke slam through the table. Rey landing kind of awkward, hand behind his back, and just everybody I know immediate reaction is, oh my God, he broke his arm or broke his elbow. And thankfully we find out it's just really badly dislocated and sprained and just needs a few weeks off.
Yeah, that right there, that was really bizarre. And to be honest with you, sir, I never knew that was an injury that occurred until somebody messaged me on my AEW page. Said, hey, did you see that? I'm like, what? And then they told me to watch it. I was like, okay. And then I saw, I was like, wow. I'm just glad he's okay. And it looked like Luchasaurus almost got the worst of the table as well. So
Yeah.
I'm actually going to say this, and it's, for once, it's kind of a negative. With AEW, I think Tony Khan needs to dial it down on the extra extent on things, like no need to, do those extra things. Like just end the match, let it be, I'm curious to know if that was actually planned by design to begin with, because I was like everybody else, I was worried about Rey Fenix, and and you really could sense from the crowd as well. The crowd was really not excited for Jurassic Express to win because they saw what we all saw. But regardless of the outcome, I'm just glad that Rey Fenix is okay.
If that was a last-minute change, to have all the other, the heel tag teams come out and stand at that rampway, that would be an interesting, spur-of-the-moment call there to have them do that.
Yeah, that would have been interesting for sure. And another thing, I'm pretty sure you caught this, Sarah. There was a blackout, and without a doubt, we were going to see Brody King and maybe somebody else with Black on Wednesday. Just again, due to the unfortunate injury, within a matter of like 30 seconds, changes everything. And good call from Tony Khan, by the way. That's one thing I would praise. Good call just to end the match right then and there. So,
yeah, that was the right call for sure. The other match, or the other injury, is one that we're hearing about because, they tape Rampage right after Dynamite. So this one leaked out. Hasn't aired yet, so hasn't really been talked about much, except, in some of the dirt sheets. Jake Atlas injuring his knee during his match with Adam Cole. He wasn't able to finish the match. Although it didn't go on too much longer. Underwent an MRI. Initial reports, although not confirmed, saying that he will be okay. But here's hoping he's all right as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, injuries for sure for AEW, but, we got to think about it this way as well, that before that match for the, he was on Elevation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. So before Elevation, I want to say that was his first match in last couple months, I'm sure. And you know he's maybe the injury just was because he didn't stretch enough. Maybe he just hasn't wrestled all that much. And anybody that watches Elevation or Bolt Arcs like I do, Jake had a quick 2.5 minute match against Serpentico. So so
Yeah, I mean, I know initially when he first got released by WWE, his plan was to retire. Tony must have talked him into coming back, so he might not have been in the best ring shape. Report I saw online says the injury came after a kick to the knee, so maybe just the muscles weren't quite ready for big physical contact.
certainly could be, and depends how long this match was for. Jake Atlas is a phenomenal actor. Him and Adam Cole. If it's like a 10-minute match or whatever tonight, I expect it to be a great match regardless, and I'm so happy with the signing of Jake Atlas.
Yes.
So yeah, hopefully these two get better for sure.
Rumor also going around is on the WWE side, Carmella is working through an injury as well. They haven't discussed it, but expect to see the tag matches from the women's tag champs to be very Zelina Vega heavy, currently as Carmella is being protected.
What is the injury for?
They haven't said. They just report from Sean Ross Sapp is just that she's working injured.
Plus knows. No. Hopefully Carmella gets better as well.
Yes. COVID is causing some changes in matches this weekend. Not confirmed, but Battle of the Belts. Originally only 2 matches announced. We're told by Tony Khan late last night that there's going to be a change to one of the matches announced today. Speculation is that Cody Rhodes caught COVID. He was not in New Jersey this week for Dynamite. So he's, although not confirmed, and they're just saying not medically cleared. That's the speculation, is that it may be Cody Rhodes. And then on the Impact side of things, Hard to Kill, the Inspiration, Jessica McKay and Cassie Lee were exposed, not confirmed to have it, but they are in quarantine as safety precaution, so they will not be defending their tag titles this weekend at Hard to Kill.
Yeah, this COVID, we've been saying it for the last 2 years now, I guess. But I will say this whole new round of COVID, it's getting a lot worse, and I think it's gonna eventually get worse than last year. And Sarah, you said it best a couple weeks ago. I believe it was on your page. Don't be surprised if we go back to the Thunderdome for WWE. Don't be surprised if we go back to Daly's Place, because something tells me that it's going to go back to that same direction again. And, it's obviously, me having it, Sean had it last year as well. Just, damn, let me tell you, this, you can get all your proper vaccines, you can get your booster shot, the whole 9 yards, but people are still getting it. I mean, it's a big shame, but hopefully they get better as well. And if I'm gonna speculate or predict or whatever, I would like to see the FTW title be on the line tomorrow in replace of that. And this is gonna sound very hypothetical. I would like to see Hook, Ricky Starks for the title, and have Hook just to get the FTW title. It would be cool.
Yeah, I know Ricky's had some medical history, some issues, so it'll be interesting to see if he's able to go. Of course, you have the tag titles that could be defended in place of the TNT title. I doubt we'll see an AEW World Title match after that brutal match on Dynamite.
Yeah,
Early match of the year contender as well,
Yeah, and oh wait, I don't know if this is a topic tonight. for the world title match, is it or no?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
For the world title match on Wednesday, is that something we're going to discuss or?
Yeah, we can discuss it. We got plenty of time.
Oh, okay, I thought I was just going too far ahead because I was about to get my thoughts on that.
I mean, that was great to see Hangman get a clean victory. Um, Great that he didn't need to win it by judge's decision, won it by pinfall. Great to see.
Yeah, I totally agree. The part of the group chat on Wednesday, there was one person complaining the match was going too long, and I'm thinking, why? This shows that Adam Page is your world champion of your desired company that you love, you know. But you know, be that as it may, like you cannot go wrong with a 40-minute match, great storytelling, just going in at everything. And
Mhm.
like you, Sarah, I was very surprised there was a clean winner as well. I really thought it was going to come down to. I actually, if I could be honest, I really thought this was going to maybe be a double pinfall, and then the judges have to decide. um, so I thought maybe they would have done that, but no, they really wanted to go all out on that TBS debut for sure. Um, it's curious to know what they're going to do now with Danielson because the proven track record with Tony Khan is, once the number one contender loses in that world title match, tag title match, whatever, they move on. But I think there's going to be another match with these guys this time at Revolution.
Yeah, we'll see how they play this one going forward. Because I mean, who are they going to put? As a number one contender, there's nobody. In my opinion, there's no real big front runner at the moment.
At this point, maybe Moxley if he does return. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I know that maybe will sound a little interesting right there, but we got to remember that the records are restarted. So, and Moxley technically was close to being number one contender anyway. He was a number two contender.
Yeah,
Um,
I know he has a wrestling date confirmed. I believe it's with GCW to defend the GCW title later at the end of this month. So I mean, he's bound to return to AW sooner rather than later.
maybe tomorrow it's live.
Yeah.
Never know.
We'll say right on, Dynamite, the topic of Dynamite. As we briefly mentioned, new tag team champions. Um, who do you want to see them defend against first?
I've been saying this for months now. I would love finally Santana and Ortiz. Um, that would be the most desirable feud. Thing is, though, this is where it gets interesting for me because maybe that will not be the first ones in line. Just because, Jurassic Express just won the titles, and then what does this mean? Does this going to be a quick run for Jurassic Express to lose the titles? Or does this mean another loss? Well, potential loss for Pride and Powerful, So maybe not them just yet. And that sucks because I really think they're more deserving, more than anybody else in the division, if I can be honest. Um, if not them, this is going to sound crazy, but just to get them out of the way, why not 2.0? You know, just, I don't know, it's tough.
So I just pulled up the AEW rankings. They haven't updated since the title change. These are as of January 5th. They still have Lucha Brothers listed as the tag champions. Jurassic Express would have been number one contenders. So I'm not sure. I don't think they'll put Lucha Brothers as number one contenders yet right now because of Ray's injury. If you go down to the next in line, it's actually the Acclaimed, followed by the Young Bucks, Santana Ortiz, and then FTR.
Yeah, I mean, for once, I'm actually going to agree with that ranking. Um, So yeah, I think the Acclaimed would be good, just to get that out of the way. I mean, Bowens is Bowens and Caster really deserve to actually try to be in a good position for the
Hmm.
titles. Um, yeah, I do agree with that list 100%. Um, because does FTR have another costly loss because they're still bitter about Young Bucks taking the titles from them, which deservingly so. Uh, Tough call.
I mean, out of all these rankings, everyone's listed as 0-0 except for the Acclaimed, who are listed at 1-0.
Well, they definitely will arrive, I guess. um, we shall see.
So we got another round of WWE releases this week.
Oh gosh.
Um, Pretty much it's all NXT backstage people, although not completely. We saw the releases of William Regal, who I believe was the big one coming out of here. Him and Brian James, formerly known as Road Dogg Jesse James. Those are the two big ones. Timothy Thatcher, Danny Burch, Scott Armstrong, Allison Danger, Dave Kapoor, and Ryan Katz. Those were the releases, mostly Triple H people and how he ran things in NXT. So, I mean, I guess you could say not really surprising all that much. It seems they're pretty much changing NXT inside out. Interesting little note. We reported this earlier. A fan asked Road Dogg, you know, are you going to join Billy Gunn AEW? And his response, he didn't say yes or no. He just said, well, those light bills aren't going to pay themselves. Kind of tagged Tony Khan in the comments there. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
I don't expect to see him in the ring, maybe as a manager / producer, coach.
I would love one of those things. I absolutely would. Or maybe
Mhm.
just one time bring back EKM Voodoo Kid Mafia. That was so gold. I loved it. Um, yeah, this one. So when it came to these releases, we've been saying this for the longest time now. Why are they releasing so many good ones? Um, the one that I really, really hate the most is William Regal. I mean, his son just got signed like a couple months ago, and this is what you do. I get it. Their direction is something new with NXT, and but to me that was a dirty move in my book. And the thing that really surprises me, not just with him, but it could maybe be maybe not a surprise to people, but Samoa Joe as well. Like Samoa Joe, he gets his job back from Hunter, you know, and then literally I feel like they broke their promises with him with Joe, and that's what's really shitty about it. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean Samoa Joe and William Regal were the most recent scouts, for what I understand. And why do you think NXT has been so solid with the people that been bringing in? Is because of William Regal. He's a hell of a scouter, and wherever Regal goes next, he will be a fantastic, fantastic recruiter,
So
scouter.
friend of the show, Adante Hicks, wants to know what we're talking about. Right now, we're talking about some WWE releases. Um, yeah, the William Regal's definitely a big upsetting one. Um, he puts so much time in the company. The one that gets me is Road Dogg, Brian or whatever. I mean, man just got out of the hospital a few months ago. So, and then this comes right after the holidays.
Yeah, and you bring that up right there, Sarah. Like, what are they trying to do? Like this just shows. See, this is where I'm not gonna try to be angry. I'll be nice with the nice face here. That you can kind of see because of my beard. Um, but yeah, it's just you know their their track record right now. by them releasing people with the medical issues, like you said, with Road Dogg, to Keith Lee, to all this stuff. Like, I'm sorry, but this is why it's so hard for me trying to give WWE a benefit of the doubt. But when you know that they have, like, these people are going through so much in real life, and then all of a sudden you don't want to handle the liability or whatever, it's just, to me, it's just downright shitty. And I don't
I'm
mean to
kind of
get
wondering who Triple H are really upset that anything associated with him in NXT is going bye-bye, pretty much.
Yeah, the thing with Braun Breaker, that was a dead giveaway, by the way. Kick it down the X. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the original NXT. And I do feel bad for Paul Levesque. I'm not gonna call him Triple H here. The man himself, Paul Levesque. I feel so bad for him. And literally, his baby's gone. Um, you know,
So William Regal just tweeted, kind of breaking news here. So William Regal tweets out, "Thank you to WWE for a wonderful 21-year run. You gave a lad who was happy and in Wonderland wrestling on a carnival have a charmed life for 21 years. No complaints, and please no one wants to waste time replying, as I won't have a bad word said against the company. I will add that WWE saved my life in 1999 when they didn't need to, kept my family fed, and took me all around the world. You will have my gratitude forever. You allowed me to live a charmed life." So it sounds like he's not really upset with WWE for being let go. Maybe he was just kind of ready.
Yeah, I mean, I do give Regal the benefit of a doubt. He tweets something very positive, which is great. And I won't knock on WWE on that. They really have treated the guy really well.
Yeah.
I just, again, I don't understand the decision when his son is there. That's the first thing I thought about. Like, I don't get it.
So in other news,
Oh, Sarah's gone right this second. Sorry about that, guys. Sarah will be back in just a moment. I think she got a technical error on her end. So, guys, meanwhile, wait for Sarah. Don't forget to follow Bucklebomb Entertainment. Sarah does a fantastic job here. She brought back Ring Around the Jabroni. Definitely good stuff there. You guys can tune in for that on Mondays. Good stuff here on Bucklebomb Entertainment.
sorry about that. I accidentally clicked out of the browser.
Oh, that's okay. I said a good word about Bucklebomb that people need to follow. So there you go.
So I'm not sure where I got cut off, but apparently WWE has lost the trademark or lost the battle for the trademark of the man. Ric Flair has won that battle. Perhaps WWE saw that coming, which is why they've been using the term Big Time Bex for Becky Lynch.
That was expected, I think.
Yeah. Going on this weekend, we do have Hard to Kill's pay-per-view tomorrow, and this is actually looking like a pretty good lineup here. I'll go through the match card here. There's a Hardcore War 10-man tag match. Eddie Edwards with Heath, Rhino, Rich Swann, and Willie Mack taking on the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, and Violent by Design, Diener, Eric Young, and Joe Daring. Jonathan Gresham defending the Ring of Honor World title match against Chris Sabin. The Impact Knockouts tag title match has been scrapped. We'll see if they give Madison Rayne and Tennille Dashwood a new match. Impact X Division title match. Trey Miguel defending against Steve Macklin. Non-title Knockouts Ultimate X match. Rosemary versus Jordan Grace versus Chelsea Green versus Rachel Ellering, Tasha Steelz, and Lady Frost. We got a singles match of Josh Alexander versus Jonah, formerly... Oh, I can't remember his name now in WWE.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, yes. Impact Knockouts title match. In a Texas death match, you got Mickie James defending against Deonna Purrazzo, which should be a great match. And the Impact World title match, Moose defending a triple threat against Matt Cardona and W. Morrissey, who was formerly Big Cass in WWE. Pretty solid lineup, if you ask me.
That's why I always say Impact is so underrated. Like, that card you just said is literally, it could be a potential pay-per-view of the year right there. I mean, I'm excited for it. I hope Morrissey finally gets a moment, because for what I understand, depends how long Impact does these tapings, but he did not re-sign with Impact. Oh wait, this is going to be live tomorrow, so
Yeah.
pretty sure he re-signed them. So hopefully he gets something there. I'm just excited for the women. I mean, Deonna Purrazzo and Mickie James in that death match, jeez, that's going to be insane, Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah. That could main event. It probably won't. That'll probably be the second to last match, but that's going to be a great match.
I would love for that to be the main event, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
It really lives to every possible thing that you would love. So I think they should.
So last thing we'll talk about before we wrap up here. Ring of Honor has announced their TV special this weekend. They are doing an awards episode. They did a fan vote for their 2021 awards. That it will be this weekend. Matches from 2021 involving male wrestler of the year, female wrestler of the year, tag team of the year will be spotlighted. Highlights from the top 5 vote getters for match of the year will be shown as well. So tune into that. Hopefully they're not gone forever. They're still defending titles. Jonathan Gresham is defending the Ring of Honor World title this weekend. Impact. So it gives hope to Ring of Honor fans.
Oh, absolutely. I'm curious to know what they will do too. They at least should try to stay active a little bit. Maybe next week or something they show, like, I don't know, top 5 best matches of 2021 or something. And the next week after that, maybe do like a quick 1 hour, I don't know, memorable moments or something, like just to keep it afloat, so that way people can still talk about ROH. But I'm just so curious what's going to happen now, because for what I understand, that most of their talent are free agents now, so it's going to be a very interesting. But the first person that comes to mind, Orlando needs to be on this one for that. But I am so proud of the effort and the ambition and the thrive of Gresham.
Yes.
If he doesn't get voted with the PWI 500 this year, which I'm expecting big things with him, without not being in the top 5 or 10, what's wrong with PWI?
Yeah.
So,
especially now that he's starting his own promotion, that should help get him even more in the spotlight.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm excited with that match against Baron Black, because I am definitely ordering that pay-per-view. Thanks to Orlando, he showed me it was going to be on Fight TV, and $14.99 cannot beat that. So definitely going to be buying that.
I know Hard to Kill is on tomorrow. It's right after Battle of the Belts. Battle of the Belts on, I believe, 7 p.m., maybe 8 p.m., and then Hard to Kill pay-per-view right after that. I'm just looking to see how much Hard to Kill is. It's on Fight TV, and I want to say it's 20.
It's not too bad either way, too.
No. Right, I'm pulling it up here. Okay. All right, well, it's not really loading for me, so I guess, yeah, definitely check them out. They're on tomorrow night. Hard Kill pay-per-view right after Battle of the Belts. Gary, you got anything coming up that you want to promote before we end here?
No, I don't think so. I'm hoping on AEW RU Elite things can start becoming very active with going back to recaps. Anybody that wants to follow AEW RU Elite, just type that on the search bar on Facebook. Have already over, I think it was like over 30 likes in the last 5 days. So thank you all so much that has been doing that. Oh, and then there's a rescheduled interview that I was supposed to have with Charlie Haas that has been rescheduled for Sunday, February 13th. Um, and it looks like Jeff Chadwick might be joining me with that as well. So
Nice.
very excited to have Jeff on the page. But yeah, that's all I can think about the time. And keep supporting
Okay, I got it here.
AEW.
Impact's Hard to Kill is on 8 p.m. tomorrow night, and it is $39.99 on Fight TV.
I think Sean might be ordering that because I'm a part of his predictions, and if he does, I'm hoping he'll let me use this fight because car insurance is due this weekend. I can't do it.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget to check out our new show on Monday, Ring Around the Jabroni. A very good wrestling debate show. Stay tuned for that. Later tonight, I'll be going live with another friend of the show, Vinny Retlock, as we do our Acquired Taste show, trying the new foods. Tonight is going to be a breakfast theme. He's got the Wendy's Frosty cereal, and I've got the new limited edition exclusive to Walmart banana cream pie Pop-Tarts. So stay tuned for that tonight.
The Pop-Tarts sound really good because I love banana cream pie. So, but the Frosty Wendy's Frosty cereal, that might be good too. So I love the Frosties at Wendy's.
I bet when you don't eat the cereal, that milk that's right in the bottom, I bet that's going to taste really good.
You're making me hungry thinking about it, Sarah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Gary. Everybody else, have a great rest of your night.
Take care, guys.